Pinpoint Weather on NBC5 News is brought to you by the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe.
Hey, welcome back to Sunrise. We're looking out on the Manor-Can this morning. Again, we got some pretty dense fog across most of the area to start off this Halloween. A little spooky out there. Now, we are sitting at 44 degrees, 1 degree shy of where we were yesterday morning. Visibility around a mile at the airport. That is some okay news. It has improved just a little bit over the last couple of hours, but definitely some dense fog out there. If you are going to be traveling, make sure you slow down in that low visibility. And where we're starting off with the fog this morning, going to stay partly to mostly cloudy for much of the day. Another cool day expected here. We won't get into any rain potential until we're getting into the nighttime hours, as rain is going to start to build in along the coastline, and we will see it spreading especially into Saturday across the western half of our area. A little bit drier east and further south. We're kind of on the last tip in of this line that's going to be stretching across the northwest here for today, but we get into a better potential of rain as we're getting into next week. Of course, November going to be starting off a little bit on the wetter side. Some good news is that snow levels look to remain a little bit on the higher side for next week. So expected highs here today, it's still going to be a little bit above the seasonal high unless that cloud cover plays that key part into those temperatures warming up like what we saw yesterday. So we are expected to get into some 60s, still likely to have some 50s for highs though. And you look at the month, we've had kind of a mixed bag in terms of our high temperatures below or slightly above that seasonal average for this time of year. So again, some days have been a bit warmer than average. Some days have been cooler. In terms of rain amount, we're over 2 inches for the month of October here in Medford. That is some good news. We are above average for the month of October by just over 3/4 of an inch of rain. And going in towards Klamath Falls, kind of the same thing with the temperatures. And in terms of precipitation, they're about 7/10 of an inch of rain. And with that, that's around where they normally are. So that is some good news. It has been a nicer October. In fact, we have even lessened our drought conditions across Douglas and the coastline from the recent rainfall that we've been getting. And more is on the way. Like I mentioned, we have this front just out to our west. We'll start to see this rain building in already into going up into Washington, parts of BC, and this line is going to be stretching further south. But for us, quieter conditions again through the rest of today. You see the rain still up to the north. It does start to build into our area as we get into tomorrow morning for the coastline. Then it's going to be spreading further inland as we're getting in through the later morning and afternoon hours, and kind of just stalls out right there. You can see our eastern counties kind of miss out on a lot of the precipitation, and especially down into Northern California. They'll get into a little bit more cloud cover, and this will clear out very quickly throughout overnight Saturday, early Sunday. In terms of amounts, a few hundredths of an inch to some spots like parts of the coastline getting closer to 1/2 of an inch of rain. And will dry out for your Sunday, but next week does look a bit wetter with a few storms moving across our region. That's going to bring in some wetter conditions. In terms of temperatures, not a big difference from day to day, but you're seeing a few days maybe a little bit cooler. We will fall back, of course, 1 hour this weekend with daylight saving time coming to an end. Next week, we are going to see some wind speeds picking up into Tuesday and Wednesday, becoming a little bit breezier in our eastern counties by Monday. And we could see some of the wind gusts getting above 30 miles per hour Tuesday into Wednesday, with that chance of showers becoming much greater. Pretty quiet conditions for our eastern counties in Northern California throughout this weekend, though, until we get into next week with the rain becoming more likely. 60s for highs, 30s to lower 40s for lows for Northern California. Coastline, not a big dip in temperatures over the next several days, around 60 to 65 degrees. Morning temperatures in the 40s and 50s, and we'll see much better rain potential, especially higher amounts next week.